Well, there you go, that's them done. Now, this is going to take a lot of cutting. It's very heavy. It's probably a bit much for this, but it's going to be a bit much with the hacksaw. So I'll do it with this, see how we get on. So that's our bit of stock we're going to use. Obviously it'll need truing up in the lathe. So we start on the big Wilson. Getting it trued up. So I'm just truing the end up. Then at least we've got something square to start with, and I'll probably do a lot of the work on the Myford. And then we can hold it safer and effectively true it up. Rust, isn't it, coming off of there. We should be able to do this and get it trued up a bit. It'd be a bit better if I had a nicer parting off a bit. It'll do. Now this shaping here is where the tool's vibrating, so I'm not really using the right tool to parting off a bit, but you know, it'll get there. Getting somewhere. Well, I've got it to a size that's workable. So yeah, that's the beginning. So we're after that sort of shape, aren't we? Obviously a smaller one, but it's that type of thing. So what we're looking for is 32 for a first bit. There you go. That'll do, won't it? Right, now we concentrate on the end, which we want to start that, we want to get that down to the original size of the first hole, which I think was 22. Let's check it. There you see, so that's a 22, that one. So that'll be our first step, which would be this one here, and then we'll have a ramp there, you see. A ramp like that, and then more shallow going to where it blends in there, which will give us this upstand, give us this, you see, like the sort of tall bit there and then that curl there. Anyway, that's the plan. So 22 on that bit. So we won't want to go in far, well, we're only about that, it's only wants to be a start, something like that. Just guess that will come, something like that. Okay, so do you remember this as being stubborn, machining this? I was struggling a bit with it. Well, I think the problem is it's case hardened. So what I was struggling to get through was the hardening. Just look, see where I'm down now, down to this bit, quite a way into it. Very easy at machines. Machine's really easy, cuts like butter. Yeah. So I think that's case hardened, so it's hardening in the depth of this, whatever it was, whatever this bit of metal was. One of the pitfalls of using old scrap is that you know, you don't know quite what you're dealing with, what the metal is. But anyway, it'll work well for what I'm using it for. But yeah. This cut's lovely, doesn't it? And also, if we look at it, You see, it's a lot nicer. It's not picking up like this and like that. It's cutting a lot nicer, leaving a nicer finish on it. So I think that's what that's all about. It's probably a ram or something. I don't know what that was, that thing. So we want to go down to 22. So we're not there yet, are we? Yes, the idea is that's the start, isn't it? That goes in and starts it like that. And then that'll sort of locate it. And then it'll go up the ramp and then do what we need it to do. Ready to go, ready to use. That's what we're doing. So I'll straighten that one out, and that's the whole point of this is to replicate these. Then that's the new B post panel that I've made. So now we've got to do the swages. That's a little test piece I did. It's a proof of concept just to show it's going to work. So we know it's going to work. So yeah, I'll put some swages in it. So I'll get the oil can. Put a bit of oil on it and off we go. I say get the oil can, here's an oil can. So yeah, paste to all the threads on things, as I've said before. So yeah, keep the threads oiled, but also on this I'm just going to put a bit of oil around the tool itself so it slips through there a bit easier. Taking a while to draw this up. Try a different one. There you go, that one's working. Right, so the idea is that one locates in there, gives us a start, doesn't it, like that. That goes on there. Now, I'm going to wind these through here. That return comes up that way. So that's around the right way, isn't it? We're going to push them down through it. It's worth checking, because once you've done them, it's going to take a bit of flattening them out to start again, isn't it? So there we go. So that all makes it a bit easier for it to slip through there. All right, that's done. There you go. That's done it, hasn't it? So we'll just run through the others, finish them off. So we could put this in the vise, couldn't we? We could mount this up in the vise just to make life easier. So if I just put that in the soft jaws like that. And the same thing, get that in there like that. Centralise that. Oh, there you go, that's them done. So that's a nice little tool, isn't it? So I've got the one for the sills now, and this one for these smaller holes. There is one other size on the car, which I will have to make another one for, which is at the front of the car. But if we have a quick look at where this goes, see where this, what we do with this, see where it goes on the car, be useful, wouldn't it? And why we've done it. So that one goes in there, like that. That's where it lives. Then this one's going to go on the front here. We're going to repair this and put it back on there. And then this closing panel goes across the top of it. So I can't really fit that very easily at the minute, but I can roughly show you what it goes on. So that sort of closes it all in. Something like that, effectively. A bit like that. You get the idea anyway. So yeah, so that's that. That's that bit. So we can have a quick look at the one the other side, which I repaired before. Although I didn't have to make a new one of those panels with the holes in, because this one was quite salvageable. But you can see that one, you remember, well, you might want to go back and look at the old films and see how it was done. But that's had the same sort of treatment. Although I didn't have to make this panel, but I did have to do repairs to this one, and I've made a new one for there. So you'll have to look at the old films about that. But there we are. And then these were the, the ones for the other size. So if I get the tool for that, you can have a look and I'll show you what that does. So there, you can see that would go in there like that. So that's what it will do. If I get the other seal for the other side that I've made, we can see it. Same thing, same theory. That pushes in there, that goes on there, makes that hole, doesn't it? Makes that shape. So that's that one. And then the last one I've got to make is up the front here. We've got some more. So on this panel here, we've got another size. That's yet a different size. So we can see that's slightly different to that. No, actually, it's not far off it, is it? Actually, I wonder if that would do it. It won't do it if I throw it around, will it? We'll see when we get to that. Although I think the ones on the other side are smaller. You see, if you see through here to that side, they look smaller. Let me get I'll take the tool around that side and have a quick look. Because this panel's quite damaged here. This one's got a lot of damage in it, so whether I can straighten that or whether I need to make a new one, we'll see. Now you see, they're definitely, I reckon these are slightly different size. Yeah. Not much in it, but yeah, that's it. Oh well, we'll see. Maybe have to make another tool. But that's all for tonight. Because you can see it's getting dark and I'm going home. So I'll say good night.